Wrestling fans, let me tell you, Monday Night Raw just got off the air, and I wonder what in the world WWE was doing tonight. Took us for a few loops because Dolph Ziggler is back. Dolph Ziggler's back. He's back with a vengeance. What he has to do with Austin Theory, I guess we'll find out in the upcoming weeks. Frankly, just to get this out of the gate, just to get this right out, right here, right now, I would rather see, wrestling fans, an Austin Theory versus Dolph Ziggler matchup over Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley matchup at SummerSlam. Just getting that right out of the gate right here, right now, wrestling fans. What they'll probably do, though, what WWE's probably going to do is book a triple threat matchup at SummerSlam to make that a little more interesting, and that way Bobby Lashley won't squash Austin Theory again. Have somebody else get pinned, and that being Dolph Ziggler. But wrestling fans, WWE for a show that, I mean, let's face it, it wasn't great by any sense of the word. They finally did the right thing and had Judgment Day pick up a victory with Finn Balor winning. I did enjoy that. Teasing again that Dominic Mysterio is going to join Judgment Day. Quite frankly, when they go to Madison Square Garden in a few weeks, the go-home show to SummerSlam on Monday Night Raw, I think that would be a perfect place to have Dominic Mysterio turn on Rey. Turn on Rey Mysterio there if you're going to have him come to Judgment Day. Because what better time than Rey's 20th anniversary with the WWE? That's just me, wrestling fans. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about all this. Every single bit of it in the comments below. Now, as far as everything else that happened on the show, it seems to me, it appears that we very well might get AJ Styles in a match with either Tommaso Ciampa or him alongside Logan Paul at SummerSlam. One of those two things is going to happen, because clearly this thing with The Miz is not ending. Okay? It's not ending, so he's going to be either on an undercard matchup or he's going to be involved in that match with Logan Paul and The Miz. One of those two things is going to happen. Quite frankly, I would rather see Tommaso Ciampa versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam. I would just rather see that than have Tommaso Ciampa on the Miz's side and have AJ Styles on Logan Paul's side. Speaking of Logan Paul is set to return to WWE next week on Monday Night Raw. Do you all care? I'm sure you all don't. And guess what? I don't either, wrestling fans. I could care less that Logan Paul is returning to Monday Night Raw, is returning to SummerSlam. I could care less, wrestling fans. Let me tell you, they piped in some cheers. And I love when WWE does this. They do the same thing with Goldberg and a few other people when they come in. And you know what happens when they go to these big, huge stadium shows? When they go to these big, huge stadium shows, they get booed right out of the building. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Logan Paul at SummerSlam. Do I care about that matchup? No. That will be one of my pee-break matches down at Nashville SummerSlam evening. Believe me. And I'm ready for that trip, wrestling fans. I am ready for SummerSlam weekend. Me, my brother, some friends. It's going to be a blast down there that weekend. But, wrestling fans, you let me know what you're thinking about all this jazz, every single bit of it, in the comments below. Becky Lynch, still proclaiming, still saying that she belongs, she deserves a shot at the women's championship, and she's having to go through all these hoops. And Carmella continues to get shots at the title and things like this. Who cares? Who cares about Becky Lynch? Who cares? I want to see something different. Not saying Carmella is different by any sense of the word, okay? But it really does look like that WWE could be going down the road of a triple threat matchup of Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair at SummerSlam, simply because Bianca Belair lost by a countout tonight to Carmella. Therefore, Carmella will get another shot at the Raw Women's Championship. If they stretch this out, it will happen at SummerSlam, folks. So, y'all let me know what you're thinking about that. It could happen right there at SummerSlam. It could just be a one-on-one matchup. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Carmella. For the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, however many times they want to face each other before they get to SummerSlam and then face each other at SummerSlam. They could do that. Or wrestling fans, let me tell you this. They could save Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair for Clash at the Castle. Just think about that. That could be what they're doing. And that's why they're using Carmella throughout July and August. Think about that. And Bianca Belair will drop her title at September to Becky Lynch. Once you all plant the seeds in your head for that, okay? SummerSlam, you see one or two major changes, one or two surprises, and at Clash at the Castle, you see a whole bunch of changes. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below about all that. And you know what? As far as everything else that happened on Monday Night Raw tonight, it really wasn't too much. Brock Lesnar came back, returned. Paul Heyman said that he was going to train his client the tribal chief so hard. He was going to train him so good that he was going to take that Roman Reigns was going to be trained so good that he would be able to take his right hand and shove it straight up. Well, you all know, and rip his heart out of that hole. You all know, and let me tell you, I enjoy the back and forth between Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. I really do enjoy that. Brock Lesnar doing an awesome job with this cowboy gimmick. I do. I really hate to see Alpha Academy get beat up like jobbers. But you know what? What are you going to do when you are associated with Austin Theory right now and he's holding the briefcase? Right? But honestly, I think we all better get used to the fact whether you like him or whether you don't like him. Get used to the fact that come SummerSlam, your new reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Champion of the world will be Theory. Whether you like it or you don't. Hope you all enjoyed this Raw review. If you did, make sure you leave me a big thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below. Become a subscriber today. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for all notifications. Tune in to anything you missed. Any reviews, previews, backyard beatdown content, all on the channel right now. And of course, until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.